North Carolina Vinyl Picker is on now. What day is today? Tuesday. It's a Tuesday edition of the North Carolina Vinyl Picker. And we're listening to a little band called Lake. Not Greg Lake, just Lake. So I'm gonna start with P's. I got more P's to show, and then we're gonna move right into the R's. Looks like. So we're knocking this thing out. Should be about maybe another week. I'm hoping to have this wrapped up. I got some other shows planned. If you like what you see at the end of the show, subscribe and hit the bell, and that way you'll know when next time the North Carolina Vinyl Picker comes on. I'm trying to do 50 records a day in 50 days. So if I miss a couple days, it's fine. I'm still getting it in that 50 days. Got a debt. All right, here we go. Wish you were here. This is what I'm going to be showing you now are the James Guthrie, Bernie Grudman represses. I bought a lot of the Pink Floyd represses, and there's the Wish You Were Here one. There's the Animals one. Now I'm going to be getting that new Animals. I'm looking forward to that. As soon as it comes up on the Amazon, I'm going to be putting it in there. Momentary Lapse of Reason. Pretty much picked them all up when they were available. Now this one here is really special. This one here goes for big money. This is the blue version of the Vision Bell. And yeah, it's getting up there. It's getting pretty pricey to find. I found this in Orlando before I left at Park Avenue CDs, which is a great place to buy vintage vinyl and CDs. Now we got the Big Mama. We got Pulse. Picked this up down in Charlotte a couple years back. It's got all the LPs in there. Now this one really gone up in price. That thing gone crazy. Pink Floyd live in London, 66, 67. White vinyl. This one here is pretty cool. BBC, 1967. The Best of Pink Floyd, A Foot in the Door. Pink Floyd, The Later Years. This was 87 to 2019. This is the non-Roger Water years. I gotta put them over here. Getting too heavy. Pink Floyd Live at Nebworth, 1990. I haven't even opened this. I have it on CD as well, so I've been playing the CD. And since all these records now are just like the CDs, and they're all digital, so it doesn't really much matter. Okay, so here we go. Porcupine Tree. I wonder if Steven Wilson, when he made this band, came up with Porcupine Tree because he knew if you're in the record bin, you're going through Pink Floyd records, and then you get to the end, and then Porcupine Tree would be there. I wonder if that was a marketing thing. That's how he come up with the idea of the name. I don't know. Write your comment down below if you know that. Not too many Porcupine Tree fans out there. You know, there's a few out there. Stud Muffin, he's out there. He likes Porcupine Tree. Mazzy likes him. This is old Porcupine Tree. This is psychedelic Porcupine Tree. This is my favorite era of the band. I'd say their first 3 or 4 albums. And this is called On the Sunday of Life. And I saw an orange copy of this in a Daytona Beach one time. And I should have pulled the switch on it, and I didn't get it. I'm still thinking about it. Do you ever find a record and then you left it behind, and then you went back to find it and it was gone? Or you didn't go back to find it and you thought later on, years later, and you're still thinking about that record that you left at the record store? Or you said, oh man, I should have picked that up. I had the album, it was right in my hand, and I put it back. It's happened to me more than once. Here we go, Light Bulb Sun. This is on the clear vinyl. got Stupid Dream, just on boring black vinyl. Then we have In Absentia. Mazzy needs to open up his Porcupine Tree catalog, go back from the new album. Wow. Look at this. Everybody out there know what this is? That's Deadwing. Mazzy needs this one. He needs all 6 of those, the ones I just showed. Mazzy needs it. He definitely needs this one. Fear of a Blank Planet. I saw that tour. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. I was about 6 feet from Steven Wilson. It was an incredible show. Saw it at the Hard Rock in Orlando, Florida. It's like a white silver vinyl, and this is nil reoccurring. This is a EP they did after the last album I showed you there. This was still sealed. This is The Incident. This is their last album they did before they went on hiatus. This album ain't easy to find. It's a double album. Now we're going right into PFM. Premiere Fornaria Marconi. Italian band. Prague. Must have for a Prague fan. You gotta have some PFM. The albums before this are the ones I need. I need some of those. Those aren't easy to find. And when you find them, they're $20, $30 a piece at least. Here's Chocolate Kings. One version of Chocolate Kings. That's the Italian version. This is the US release. This is what it looked like in the US. Chocolate Kings. Everybody needs a little PFM in their discography. Personal discography. Here's Jet Lag. This has 2 covers too. I don't have the other one. Then they have another album called Passepartout that I need to get. And then I need their early albums. Here's The Pretty Things. Another one of those Mazzy bands he told me to look into getting. Them and the Beau Brummels and the Kinks. And the rabbit hole gets huge when you're talking about somebody who's a few years older than you and started listening to stuff back earlier in the 60s. Then, you know, then the door opens and then you find all kinds of goodies. And Mazzy's good for that. He's somebody that turns you on to new music. Procol Harum's first album. I was lucky enough to find this recently for $5. Great album. I love Procol Harum. And a lot of my favorite bands are in the P's. Go figure. They're all P's. Salty Dog. Another one of Mazzy's. I know I'm going to Mazzy on my tongue today. But another one of his favorite albums. Home. I don't have Broken Barricades. That's one I don't have. Here's Broken Barricades. No, it wasn't Broken Barricades I don't have. It was Shine On Brightly. That's the one I don't have. Best of Procol Harum. Live at the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. It's in Canada, I believe. I saw Procol Harum once. They opened up for Yes on the Fly From Here tour at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. I was just talking about it the other day, and lightning struck, and the whole stage went out. Steve Howe was right in the middle of a big old rip, and his guitar stopped. Everything stopped, and it went dark. The whole stage went dark. Everything went dark, and they came back on stage a little. They took a little break from that. It was a shocking experience, I'm sure, for everybody. I mean, the lightning struck pretty darn close to the amphitheater. If anybody's been in St. Augustine before, they have great shows there, and they're right on the intercoastal. They're like, you know, really close to the ocean right there. So yeah, seen a couple shows there, but Yes, and it opened up. Procol Harum opened up for the Yes. Oh man, what a great show! The Grand Hotel. Gary Brooker, I got to see him before he passed. It's like Alan White. Alan White was there, and now he's gone. So don't hesitate to see some of these old-time rock and rollers, man, because they ain't going to be around much longer. They're all in their 70s, into their 80s now. Exotic Birds and Fruit. I'm still missing a couple of Procol Harum's albums. A couple of their older ones. And a couple of their newer ones. And how about a band with Peter Robinson? And you know I love my Peter Robinson, the keyboardist. Quartermass. Great album. Everybody should be on the hunt for this one. If you see this in the wild, pick it up. It's rock, it's fusion, it's early. It's like 1970. It's really early. It's right after the Beatles broke up, and I got turned on to them a few years back, and I really love that album. That's one of them albums I tried to listen to a few times. It took me a couple listens, but man, it's a great album. Here's a couple albums by a band called Rabbit, and Trevor Rabin is in this. Is his band before he joined Yes, and Trevor's made some solo albums too. These are great albums. Trevor made he's from South Africa. He made probably about 6-7 albums. And then when Anderson, Wakeman, Bruford, or Anderson, Wakeman, and Anderson, and Rabin, when they did their tour a few years ago, Rabin, Anderson, and Wakeman, that's who it was. So when they did their tour, I saw them at the Hard Rock, and my daughter went with me. And we saw them in Orlando, and they were just stellar. It was nice seeing Trevor again, because I remember I saw him on the Talk Tour. It was the third time that they went out. We had 90125, and then you had Big Generator, and then you had that. I was overseas during that time, and then I saw them together with Trevor on the Talk Tour in Orlando, in the arena, the old arena downtown in Orlando. If anybody from Central Florida, and they demolished that now, but man, they sounded really good there. Indian Reservation, the Raiders. This song was all over the radio back when I was a kid. Huge hit for Paul Revere. Randy Meisner, one of his solo albums. He has several. Member of the Eagles. Anything that has to do with a solo artist from the Eagles, I'm all in. I like Joe Walsh, and I like all of them. Rare Earth, Get Ready. This has got this is a must-have album for. This has got the Get Ready, the song Get Ready. 21 minutes and 30 seconds on the side B. Man, what a jam! These guys here were something else. I need to find a couple more of their records, but their records aren't easy to find either. You could usually pick them up for like $5 when you find one. That's the problem, finding one. I got lucky with this one, and I don't even remember where I got it. From Mighty Oaks, Ray Thomas, the flutist and songwriter and multi-instrumentalist. Ray Thomas, who passed a few years ago, was my favorite member of the Moody Blues. I loved his voice, and I love his flute playing, and just his presence on stage was missed. And I did see him one time. I think I saw him one time after Ray died, but it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. And Mike Pinder wasn't there, of course. I saw Mike Pinder on the Octave tour, but man, let me tell you, it's just Ray was something else. And his two solo albums, I got the other one right here. They're both great. They're great solo albums. If you like the Moody Blues, then you would love probably Ray Thomas's solo albums. Yeah, they're really good. I really like them a lot. Got one left. One left. We went through 50 already. Oh my gosh. I just picked this up from the Wax. This is Quiet Sun. The band. The name of the album is called Mainstream. And this album blew me away. I think Wax sold it to me for like $5 on his sale. And it's got Phil Manzanera on here. Phil Manzanera, of course, was with Roxy Music, and he played on David Gilmour, a couple of David Gilmour albums. He's a friend of David Gilmour's. And he even toured with David Gilmour. What a guitarist, man. This album here, and then 801 Live, and anything that's got Phil Manzanera on it, I want it. I think this is the fourth album I got of Phil Manzanera by himself, with different groups and stuff. But 801 Live is just incredible. But this one here is really good too. I really enjoyed this one a lot. It's got who's in his band. There's a bunch of people in here. I want to thank the Wax for selling me this one. And I'm glad nobody else in the vinyl community knew what it was during the sale. Bill McCormick on bass. Dave Jarrett on Fender Rhodes and grand piano. And Charles Hayward on drums. I don't know those guys. Eno's on this band on this album too. Synthesizer, treatments, and oblique strategies. Yeah, Eno's all over. Whenever you usually see Phil Manzanera album, Eno's going to be included with it. He's going to be on the album with him. And it's got a picture here of Eno there in the top with Phil. Yeah, cool stuff, man. Good album. I might throw that on again today. I enjoyed it so much the first time. That Lake album I just heard wasn't too bad. I might have to try to find their second album. You can pick them up for $3, $5. Yeah, it's a good record. Show the record, the one that was playing in the background. I don't think I'll get a strike. I don't think these guys were that big. They kind of remind me like of Starcastle a little bit. Like Starcastle was a band that mimicked Yes, and then you had Triumvirate, which was a band that kind of mimicked Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and they got this band Lake, and I'm not sure who they sound like yet. I have to give it another listen. They almost sound like early Journey or something, but a little bit better. Okay, so that's all I got, and it was 16 minutes. We did it pretty quick. We'll do another 50 tomorrow, and I might have a special guest on my show tomorrow, so we'll see. So stay nice out there. Everybody be good, and I want to support the troops and take care of everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a new find for tomorrow because Mailman hasn't been here yet. I got a couple of goodies coming. Yeah, I got a couple of goodies. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Definitely, I'll be back up tomorrow with a fresh 50. And like I said, take care out there. North Carolina Vinyl Picker out.